In this tutorial, I'll show you how to convert a track from the 440 Hz tuning scale into the 432 Hz tuning scale. And I'll be using two programs for this conversion. The first one is Audacity, and the second one is Adobe Audition. And the reason for this is that Audacity is a free open source program available for download on the internet, and Adobe Audition is not free, but it's available for a free trial. And I personally use Audition because the quality of the output file is exceptional, and I can't tell a difference between the input file's audio quality versus the output file's audio quality. However, there is a noticeable loss of quality when converting tracks in Audacity. And well, there's other programs for audio editing out there as well, so please feel free to experiment with whichever program suits you. Also note that in the upper right corner we have a video of a tuner that will tell us in which frequency the track is playing in. Now, from my experience, about 95+% of tracks that I worked with are in the 440 Hz standard tuning. However, once in a while a track comes in that's in a different tuning. And as an example, I've come upon tracks written in 444 Hz tuning. And of course, the importance of this is that if you're working with a track that is not in 440 Hz tuning, then you have to use a different ratio to convert into the 430 Hz tuning scale. Because otherwise, if you use the same ratio that is used to convert from 440 to 432, your output file will not be in the 432 Hz tuning scale anymore. This is why we'll check the tuning frequency of the original source file, and then once again, we'll check the tuning frequency of the converted file to make sure that it's in the 432 Hz tuning scale. So let's start converting, and I have a sample file here. And let's open it up and convert it first in Audacity. As you can see, I already named the file 440 Hz, and I know that it's in 440 Hz, but we're still going to check it. This way you'll see what the tuner says. Okay, so let's play the file. Well, as you can tell, it's in the 440 Hz tuning scale. So let's now start converting it. What we're going to do is we're going to highlight the file, go to Effect, Change Pitch, and in the percent change, we're going to type in -1.774. Click on OK. Pay attention to how fast it converts in Audacity, and I'll mention the reason for myself highlighting this later on. So the track converted. Let's hear it one more time. Let's see what tuning it's in. As you can see, it's not hitting any 440 Hz notes. So let's change our tuning to 432. And we're going to play this track one more time. There you have it. It's now in 432 Hz tuning scale. So now let's save it. We're going to go to File, Export. You'll just select whichever folder you want and whatever format you wanted to save it in. I usually select MP3. You can also select whatever bitrate you would like to have it converted to. I usually select the highest bitrate. Click on OK, then click on Save, and it will do its job. Alright, so this is how you do it in Audacity. So now we're going to convert the same file in Adobe Audition. Once again, we're going to open it. And we'll do the same thing. First, we're going to check the quality, the tuning of this file. I just changed the tuning back to 440 Hz on the tuner. Let's play it. Okay, so we see that it's in 440. Now, the way to do it in Adobe Audition is we're going to highlight this track. We're going to go to Effects, Time and Pitch, Stretch and Pitch Process. And here, fully fit, okay. And here, okay, so I already have it set here, but basically in this window here, in pitch shift, we're going to put in negative 0.31 semitones. And another thing to pay attention to, in algorithm, make sure to select isotope radius. And for precision, make sure to select high. Over here, make sure that this is to 100%. And the key is also make sure that the duration is just very, very slightly off, but make sure that's not much off so that the duration remains as close as possible to the original file. The reason why I select isotope radius and precision high, this way the output file will be as close as possible to the sound quality of the initial input file. Okay, so now we're going to click on Apply. I'm going to, not sure the view editor. Now pay attention to this. Remember how in Audacity it took about something like, was it 4 or 10 seconds or something like that to convert the file? Notice how it says 8 minutes here. Now, this tells, well, the one thing that it tells me is that it does much more, there's much more processing here involved in the conversion, which means that the quality is going to be better. When something converts so fast, this tells me that the quality is going to be not as good. So we'll wait until this converts. Okay, so it's almost done converting. And I'd also like to make a note that at the 8 minutes that it takes to convert this file, it's longer than a regular audio track, simply because this audio track is 15 minutes long. If you take a regular audio track, that's probably what, about maybe 3 minutes long or so. So it'll probably take you about 4 minutes or so, 3-4 minutes to convert an audio track in Adobe Audition. Okay, we got our output file. Let's play it now. So as you can see, it's not hitting 440 notes. So let me now switch to 432. And I'm going to play it once again. Okay, there you go. Now it's in 432. And Once again, I don't know if you can hear the difference, but a difference in the audio quality of the conversion. But I can definitely tell, and there's no difference in the sound quality between the input file and the output file, which is why I prefer this program to do these conversions, even though, as you did notice, it does take much longer to convert a file compared to Audacity. So let's save the file. We're just going to go to File, Save As, select our destination, whatever we want to use. And we can change our encoding. Here it's already set to the highest, which is, as I've said before, I prefer. Click on OK, and it's going to save. Okay, so this concludes the portion of the tutorial where I'll show how to do it. And yes, another note that I like to make is it's much easier to tell a tuning of a track that is slower in pace and has more notes in it to tell apart. So as an example, a classical music track, or the type of track that we used here for conversion, it's quite easy to tell the tuning of it. The challenge comes when tracks are fast-paced and have percussion mixed in it. And in those cases, a tuner will not be able to easily tell the tuning. So my tip for this is to find a section in that track where there are only vocals or only instruments playing, some sort of a calm section, preferably without any percussion, because percussion does mess up the tuner being able to tell the tuning from what I've noticed. And when you check that section, if you can tell the tuning then of course the whole entire track is in that tuning. So that'll give you a key. Also, if you're converting pop music, and as an example, that music is going to be in 440 Hz tuning 99% of the time. That's basically the way it is with pop music. Alright, so this concludes this tutorial. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment, or please feel free to send me an email to freeyourmind432@gmail.com. All right, take care.